Welcome to another episode of Making It Keto, and today we're going to be making taquitos. Guys, this is going to be great. We're going to be stuffing them with beef that we're going to cook in a pressure cooker. We're also going to make a avocado creme sauce to go with it. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, guys, here are some of the simple ingredients we're going to be using. So we're going to need some bone broth, some garlic, a pepper of your choice, and an onion. Not going to use the whole onion, we're going to need half of it. We're also going to need a rump roast. Now guys, you can use whatever type of beef that you want. I prefer a fatty cut, that's just me, but if you want a sirloin, you can do this with a sirloin or however you. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to trim this thing up. I'm going to cut off some of the hard fat that won't render down when we pressure cook it. So let's get that out of the way. All right, moving on, guys. So now we're going to cut the beef down into smaller pieces. This just so that we can cook it. It cooks a little better in the pressure cooker this way. Also, guys, I'll have all the exact amounts of everything I used in this recipe in the description box below, just in case you was wondering. All right, so now we're going to cut up a half onion. So guys, we're going to cut this into, we're going to dice these actually. We're going to cut them into small pieces. And we're also going to add in a pepper. We're going to cut up a red pepper. Now guys, at this point of the recipe, it's very customizable. You can add in what you want to add in. If you're looking for more of a spicy beef, you can do that. You can add any kind of spices or herbs that you want to match the flavor profile that you're looking for in your meat. So yeah, this part is kind of customizable. You can add in. This is just what I wanted. So but if you guys got any other herbs or spices or seasonings you want to add in, vegetables, you can go ahead and throw them in at this point. All right, so now we're going to add our beef into a pressure cooker. So what you want, guys, you want to have your pressure cooker on a saute mode, and you want to saute these things up first. Now it's optional, but I highly suggest it. I think it just gives it a more better flavor when you saute the meat first, kind of unlock a lot of that beefy flavor. So yeah, as you can see, you want it to look like that, but this is completely optional. You don't have to do this part. All right, now after letting it brown, we're gonna go ahead and add in some beef broth. This is gonna kick that beef flavor up a lot too. So yeah, don't forget to add in your beef broth, because this is kind of what it's gonna cook in actually. Now we're gonna go ahead and add in our onions and our peppers and all of the seasonings that you want. I'll have the exact seasonings that I used in the description box below, guys. But you can customize it at this point. Like I told you, you can add in the seasonings that you want. So yeah, if you want to use the same season I use, I have it in the description box below. So you can check that out if you're looking more to just kind of follow the recipe to the teeth. But yeah, you can add what you want at this point. Also guys, if you don't have a pressure cooker, you can do this in the oven. It's just gonna take a lot longer. So this pressure cooker, we're gonna run this about 55 minutes and it's gonna be completely done. It's gonna be falling apart. It's gonna be so tender. But if you don't have a pressure cooker, you can do the same thing inside the oven. You're just gonna have to like triple the time. So it's gonna take like maybe 4 hours in the oven versus a pressure cooker. So if you guys don't have a pressure cooker, it's okay, you're not doomed. You still can do this inside your conventional oven. It's just gonna take a little bit longer, that's all. All right guys, so let that cook for its 55 minutes. And while that's doing that, we're gonna move over to the creme sauce. All right, so the avocado creme sauce, guys, we're gonna be mixing everything in a blender. Or if you have a food processor, that will work too. So guys, as you can see, my avocados weren't ripe, but I just went on anyways because I wanted to share the recipe with you guys, and I had already started the recipe anyways. So guys, just make sure your avocados are ripe, because it's almost required to make this recipe. My sauce came out with a different texture because my avocados weren't ripe. So yeah, just make sure your avocados are ripe. All right, so once we got our avocados, we're gonna add it all of it into a blender with some sour cream. We're gonna squeeze in juice from 2 limes. We're also gonna put in about 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. And I just use the stuff in the pre-mince. But if you wanna cut up your own garlic, you can do that. We're also gonna add some salt and pepper to this. And we're gonna blend everything together, guys. All right, once we got everything into the blender, we're gonna go ahead and blend it. Guys, make sure you blend this well. You want it into a puree. You want it into like a sauce. So let it blend as long as it takes to get everything mixed and to get the avocado well broken down. Now guys, as you can see how mine's lumpy, and that's pretty much because I did not wait until my avocado were ripe. So yours won't look like this, so don't worry about it. But this part is optional, guys. This is just me being me. You don't have to put it into a bottle. I just like to do that because as I use it, I can control how much I put on whatever I'm putting it on. But this step is optional. It's messy and you don't really have to do it. All right, so we're gonna move back over to the beef now in the pressure cooker. So once it's finished cooking, do not open it. Let it naturally depressurize before you take the meat out. This will give you a better results in the tenderization of your meat. All right, guys, and this is what it looked like after I let it depressurize on its own. Look at that, guys. Tell me that don't look good. You ain't gotta lie, Craig. Tell me how that look right there. Come on now, look at it. Look at it. Ooh, man. Yes, guys. Look how that's falling apart. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want. That's what we want inside our taquito, guys. Come on, y'all. Come on. Cooking ain't hard. It ain't hard. Just gotta want to do it, guys. All right. So now let's get our taquitos started. So I'm adding in cheese right here. This is optional, guys. You don't have to do this. I just like to do it. But you could just, start rolling your taquitos. You don't have to put the cheese in. All right, guys, so these are the low carb wraps that I'll be using. They're 4 net grams per wrap. So you can use whichever one you want that you have in your local grocery stores, or any that you can find. I'll leave a couple links below from Amazon, different ones I've used and I've actually enjoyed. But yeah, you can use just about any kind of wrap, low carb wrap that's out there to make this recipe, guys. So yeah, we're just gonna be rolling everything up as you can see in the background. All right, guys, so we're going to get out a pan and we're gonna just fill it enough with enough avocado oil just to shallow fry these things. They're not gonna take long. We just wanna get them crispy. So we're gonna go ahead and get our pan up to about 350 degrees and we're gonna start frying them. So guys, you wanna lay them down with the flap down at the bottom so they can, as they fry, they can kind of stay together. And once you got that side done, you wanna flip them over. Look at that, guys. Come on, man. Can't ask for more than that. There we go. We're gonna flip the other one over. There we go. All right, guys, once we had all our taquitos fried up and out of the grease, this is what it looked like. Also, guys, with the 4th of July weekend coming up, I got a recipe for you guys to check out. Keto hot dogs. I'm gonna go ahead and link it in the description box below, and I'll also link it above in the video. But you guys go ahead and check that out. That'll be a banger for the 4th of July. Anyhow, guys, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you like the recipe, hit the like button. If you like the content, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.